What's up, film crew? Guys, we had a great first workshop last week, Thursday. We had a lot of fun. We learned a lot. If you weren't able to make it to that workshop, it's okay. We're going to review that information today. But I hope that you can come to the workshops. I encourage you to. It's a great opportunity for you to ask questions, for us to be able to talk to each other, for you to talk to other people who are working on stuff like you are. So I just really hope you're able to come to the workshops. A couple things. We are meeting tonight, same place, same time, at the Ace Hardware Schoolhouse. I got a big surprise. Stevie and I were in Denver yesterday, and we got a little crazy. And we got a big surprise, especially for you animators. So make sure you're there so you can see the surprise and be able to get ready to use the surprise. I want to go over now the various areas that we talked about. We talked about writing. When you're writing your story, that's the very first thing you do is write your story. And we already talked about those other things about character and setting and plot. Go watch other videos. If you haven't seen them, they're here on the site, on the Eastern Colorado Film Festival site on YouTube. Watch those videos. But we're going to talk about a little bit more about writing when we talk about the process of writing. First of all is to be open to ideas. If somebody has a really cool idea, you're sharing your story with them, and they like, oh, I like your story. What if you did this, this, and this? Be open to ideas. Other people have thoughts and a perspective on the world that you don't have, and they can share that with you, and you don't want to miss out on it because you want to be like, no, it's my idea. Don't be that way. You will lose out on a lot of things. So be open to ideas. It's still your story. Just be open to people's ideas. It's helped me a lot. That's why I say it. Second of all is write and rewrite. So you're going to write your story, and then don't be afraid to go back and change some things. In fact, it's healthy. It's good as you think about it and chew on it, that you change some things as you go. Also in writing, when you start your story, you want your character to be in motion. Something is already happening, and the audience jumps into the middle of it. So you want things already happening in motion. And keep things simple. Try to keep things as simple as you can with your story. Simple is better. Now with your storyboard, you should be able to see here what a storyboard looks like. You're drawing out each scene, each shot, and what it looks like, what do you want to see happening. Remember, you always want to start with an establishing shot. That's like the outside of the building or the place where you are, or it's kind of a faraway shot showing you where we are. And then there's the different shot types. We have wide, medium, close-up, extra, extreme close-up. Okay, these are all the different kind of shot types that are you're going to be using in your video. Even in animation, these are the kind of shot types you want to use. You're going to jump back and forth. And each shot type kind of is needed for different areas. We'll talk about that later. You're going to write on this piece of paper here where this shows the different blocks for your storyboard. You're going to write the scene on the top, and you're going to write the dialogue on the bottom, or what's being said on the bottom lines, at least the first and last lines being said. Preparing. When you're getting ready to go film, you need to prepare and have an equipment list. Here's an example of an equipment list. You won't have that much stuff, but you might have props and costumes and people you need to have come there and different things you need. It's really important that you're prepared. And review everything in your head, how it's going to look like, what do you think it's going to do or be like, what time of day you need to go film, and just know that it's always going to take longer than you think. It will always take longer than you think. All right, let's move on to camera work. One of the first things in camera work is headroom. So this is an example of too much headroom, too much space. Here's a good rule of thumb. If I take my hand and put it on top of my head, that's about roughly, for a medium shot, that's about how much headroom I want. That's actually a little too much room. Right about there, 2 fingers. There we go, we'll do 2 fingers. That's about how much headroom you want right there. This, too much headroom. This, not enough headroom. Don't cut off my head. Right there, that little bit of space right above there. That is very important when you're filming. Another thing for filming is when you're showing two people talking is over the shoulder shots. If I'm over the shoulder of this guy, looking to the right, when I turn camera around, I want to see my other guy's face on the left and my first person's shoulder on the right. Left and right, left and right. It's really important that you don't show the same person's face, different person's face in the same spot. It's very confusing. Another thing for camera work is called the rule of thirds. You can break your shot up into 3 lines and then the blocks inside those lines, those 3 sections. And you always want to keep your people or your things that you're filming in one of the thirds, not right in the middle. Sometimes you can do middle, like I'm doing middle right now. But when you're filming dramatic stuff, keep things in a third. See right this? Like this is me being in a third. Or this is me being in a third. This is me in the middle. This is better, and this is better. And you always want to have the third be, if I'm looking this way, I don't want to be looking this way and have the third on this side. If I'm going to be looking this way, I need the third on this side. Always looking where most of your space is, okay? If you're going to be filming with people and you're going to be directing them, remember to be nice. It's going to be kind of stressful, and people might not be paying attention, but be nice. Be firm, but be nice. Be kind. Don't be a meanie. Another thing for directing is to spell everything out plainly. You might think everybody knows what you're doing, but they don't. You have to spell it out bit by bit. Another thing for directing is adapt. Adapt to situations. If it does start raining, well, can you write a rain scene for this scene to be raining? If not, that's fine. Work with it. But if you can, make it happen. You're always adapting. And the Marines, they talk about adapting and overcoming. You're going to do that a lot in filming. Don't be discouraged when things don't go exactly the way you want. Okay, what can we do? Also, when you're directing, you got people helping you, listen to their ideas, okay? This is your video, so you have the final say. But don't shut down ideas. You'll get a lot of good things from people's ideas. Now, if you have to act in your video or have people acting in your video, a couple things for acting. First of all, reacting is very important in acting. If somebody else is talking, this guy's going, wah, 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 and my character was like this, that's not good acting. If this guy's going, wah, 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 this guy should be going, but not too much. Don't, just subtle reactions to what he's doing. Reacting is acting. Another thing is cheating. If I'm talking to this guy right here, I'm not going to be like this. I'm going to change my shoulders to where I'm facing the camera, right? I don't want to be, you're seeing this. I'm going to cheat my shoulders out so you kind of see into my face a little bit more instead of you just seeing the back of my head and my ear. Okay, that's called cheating. Cheat to the camera. Obviously, if you're going over somebody's shoulder to see the other person, you're not going to do that. But if it's seeing 2 people in here, we're not going to look like this. We're going to look like this. Get it? Pretty simple. Just things to keep in mind when you're filming. And lastly, for acting, rehearse. Rehearse, rehearse, rehearse. Don't just go into it the first time thinking you're going to act and get it all figured out. No, you need to practice. And practice in front of the mirror. See what your face looks like when you're making different faces and doing different things, okay? Rehearse. Audio. Your audio is so important to your video. Audio is 80%. Video is 80% audio. That means that the most impactful part of your video is not necessarily the visuals. It's what you're hearing. So if you're watching, imagine watching a T-Rex scene and he's roaring and the music is crazy and you take away all the music and all the sound effects and all the sounds, it will not be nearly as impactful as when you can hear the music and the sound effects and what's happening. On that note, you need to guard your audio. So be really paying attention to what noises are going around. Like right now, the wind's blowing right now. I gotta be careful of that. If the wind blows into my phone too much and you can't hear me, I gotta restart. If there's a dog barking, if there's somebody talking, if there's somebody walking, if something falls and breaks, if there's an airplane above, pay attention to your audio because it will kill your video. Another thing for filming that I didn't say is always get a second shot. Always get a second shot. You might have a good shot and it's perfect, doesn't matter. Get it, do one more take. Always get at least one more take. And we will talk about editing further down the road. In the meantime, good hunting, you guys. Go get them, get your story written, your storyboard done, and start filming. We only have 19 days, 20, from right now you have 18 days from today There's no time to waste. Get on the ball. It's much better to get it done sooner than to be panicking and rushing or to not be able to make it at all. And I don't want anybody dropping out. You guys all have amazing potential, and you got some awesome stories to tell. And I'm excited for somebody to win that prize. We have other smaller prizes too, but the main prize being that GoPro. So don't hesitate. Don't put it off. Don't procrastinate. Don't be scared. Get it done. If you have questions, contact me. I'm here to help you. All right? All right, guys, we'll see you tonight for workshop number 2, which will be a lot less of me talking. I'm going to talk for 10 minutes. And we'll spend the rest of the time, almost the entire time, of you working. And you get to see that surprise. What's the surprise? You'll have to wait and see.